Hey everyone, this is Ring Authority News, your home for non-stop WWE energy. Subscribe now and let's dive right into the ring. In the world of professional wrestling, fans expect surprises, betrayals, returns, twists, and unforgettable moments. But every once in a while, a storyline arrives that shakes the entire community. This week, the wrestling universe was stunned by the dramatic conclusion to Saturday night's main event, where a heated rivalry between two top stars took an unexpected and emotional turn. What began as a high-stakes championship match ended in chaos, leaving fans worldwide buzzing, debating, and reacting with genuine passion. While nothing that happened was real-world harm, the emotional weight of the story and the powerful reactions from fellow superstars made it one of the most talked-about episodes in recent memory, reminding us once again how wrestling blends athleticism, drama, and heart in ways that few other forms of entertainment can match. How the night unfolded. Saturday night's main event had been hyped for weeks as a major showdown, with the reigning champion defending the title against one of the most beloved competitors in the company. The match lived up to every expectation. Technical brilliance, suspenseful near falls, and storytelling that had the entire arena on their feet. After a grueling contest, the champion retained the title, but the challenger remained in the ring, exhausted yet proud, receiving well-earned applause. What no one expected was the sudden shift in tone that followed. Moments after the bell, the champion launched into an unprovoked post-match assault, catching both the challenger and the audience completely off guard. Though entirely scripted, the attack was designed to leave viewers emotionally stunned, pushing a rivalry that was already heated into an entirely new chapter filled with intensity, emotion, and consequences that will ripple through storylines for weeks to come. The wrestling world reacts. The fallout from the storyline was immediate and powerful. Superstars across the roster took to interviews and social platforms in character, responding with shock, frustration, and heartbreak at what they had witnessed. Some expressed outrage on behalf of the fan-favorite competitor, condemning the champion's actions and calling for accountability or consequences within the storyline. Others reflected on their own history with the competitor, sharing memories, rivalries, and respect, further grounding the storyline in emotional realism. The reactions were not only compelling, but also a reminder of how wrestling thrives on shared storytelling, where characters support, challenge, and elevate one another. The performers' emotional responses helped transform the scripted attack into a major narrative turning point, deepening investment from fans who appreciate wrestling not just as athletic entertainment, but as a layered drama driven by passion and character. A rival's emotional message. Among the many performers who responded to the storyline twist, the most emotional message came from one of the challenger's greatest rivals, a competitor who had headlined with him, fought alongside him, and built unforgettable matches through mutual respect. In a heartfelt post, he shared a photo from one of their most iconic showdowns, writing about how rivalries can evolve into something much deeper. He described the challenger as someone who pushed him to be better every time they stepped into the ring, someone who carried the spirit of wrestling with intensity, pride, and heart. His message acknowledged the scripted nature of the moment, while still embracing the dramatic power of storytelling, reminding fans that while the events of the night were part of the show, the emotions performers bring to their craft are very real. Fans worldwide connected with his words, appreciating the human respect beneath the characters' battles. Legends and current stars share their thoughts. The storyline shook not only active superstars, but also legends from every era, many of whom stepped forward to share their own thoughts. Some praised the competitor's commitment to storytelling, noting how he consistently elevated every match and every narrative he touched. Others reflected on his journey, from his early years to becoming a polished performer capable of leading main events, and carrying compelling storylines. A few even spoke about the importance of resilience and vulnerability in wrestling, explaining how emotional arcs like this add depth to what happens in the ring. Across the board, the tributes were positive, emotional, and filled with admiration, not because something tragic had occurred in real life, but because the storyline reminded everyone of the passion that drives the wrestling industry at its core. Fans around the world respond. As soon as the episode ended, social media erupted with reactions. Fans shared shock, sadness, outrage, and support for the storyline's hero, praising his performance and expressing hope for his eventual comeback. Many shared their favorite matches, promos, and moments involving him, creating threads celebrating his character's resilience. Others posted artwork, edits, and tributes, capturing their emotional connection to his journey. Thousands of comments poured in from viewers who have followed him for years, sharing how his storylines motivated them, how his performances inspired them, and how his passion resonated in a way that transcended the ring. Even though the events were fictional, the emotional connection was real, proving once again that wrestling's magic lies in its ability to touch fans' hearts in powerful and meaningful ways. The legacy of a fan-favorite competitor. The competitor at the center of this storyline has always represented what makes wrestling special. His journey from a second-generation performer to a global star mirrored the dreams of countless fans who grow up wanting to carve their own path while honoring those who came before them. Over the years, he became a symbol of perseverance, someone who overcame setbacks, injuries, departures, and reinventions to reach the top of the industry. His dedication to storytelling, his ability to connect with crowds, and his authenticity made him one of the most beloved figures of the modern era. Whether fighting through adversity, standing up to villains, or delivering passionate speeches, he embodied the emotional core of wrestling, and this latest storyline only added another powerful chapter to his ongoing legacy. What comes next for the storyline? With emotions running high and the entire wrestling world reacting, the company announced that an upcoming episode of Monday Night Raw would feature a full tribute segment dedicated to the storyline's events. The special will include highlight packages, interviews, character reactions, and reflections on the hero's journey. It will also set the stage for what comes next, whether that means a comeback, a confrontation, or the beginning of a larger arc involving allies, rivals, and shifting alliances. This storyline is far from over. If anything, it has just begun. The emotional impact created by this episode has opened the door to new rivalries, new motivations, and powerful future moments that fans will be talking about long after the next bell rings. An emotional thank you to the fans. In moments like these, whether in fiction or in life, what truly stands out is the community that forms around the shared love of wrestling. Fans bring passion to every storyline, every match, every promo, and every twist. This week's emotional episode reminded everyone how wrestling allows us to feel, react, debate, and come together, even when the story is scripted. The performers give everything to entertain, inspire, and move us, and fans repay that work with loyalty that spans generations. As we look ahead to the next episode, the next chapter, and the next moment that will spark emotion, it feels right to pause and appreciate the performers who pour their hearts into their craft, and the fans who support them every step of the way. Closing thoughts. Thank you for joining us for this deeply emotional breakdown of one of the most dramatic storylines wrestling has produced in recent years. If you have a favorite moment, match, or memory involving the competitor at the heart of this story, share it in the comments below. Your voice helps keep the conversation alive. And if you're ready for more analysis, reactions, and insights into the ever-evolving world of wrestling storytelling, continue on to the next video and keep the excitement going. Your support keeps this community thriving, and together, we'll continue exploring the stories that make wrestling unlike anything else in the world.